Looking at the next section of the conics chapter, we are going to be graphing some circles. So we are going to see similarities to this warm-up where we have an x equals equation. Remember with parabolas we had those h and k values, and if they were in parentheses, the h value was the opposite of what you saw. If the k value was in the parentheses, like in this one, the k value is actually -2 because it's the opposite of the 2 that's in parentheses. And that h comma k controlled the vertex. Today we are going to continue seeing h and k. This time they are both in parentheses and on one side of the equation. On the other side we have r squared, and the r squared is radius squared, which is typically going to be already simplified. So to find the radius, we will have to take the square root then of what we see. So looking at example 1, I see my h value will be right here with x, right? It's in parentheses, so my x value is going to be a +3. My k value is right here with the y, and I have a k value of +4. So I have a center point then at 3, 4. My r squared is 1, so we will always square root that. And it just so happens that that one's going to stay as a 1. So I'm going to graph my center point at 3, 4. And then I am going to graph 4 additional points for a total of 5 points, right? 1 to the left, right, up, and down from that center point because I have that radius of 1. And then I am going to do my best to connect them with a smooth circle. Half my circle there looks pretty good, the other half not so great. But I need to see a good effort on the circle, not just a diamond or something to connect the points. So here in example B, we'll start here with r, right? R squared is 9, so I have a radius of 3. Square root of 9 is 3. My h value is the opposite of 2. My k value is the opposite of -3, which would be +3. So I have a center point at -2, 3. So there's my center point. Being I have a radius of 3, I will go 3 points in each direction from that center point. If you get hung up on any of these, you can always graph these in Desmos. So let's get Desmos up on the screen here. I'm going to type in x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 9. Right, I see that same circle then that I graphed here. If we ever get hung up on h and k and all of that, that can help you as well. Just typing it into Desmos. The TIs won't graph the circles, so we'll have to rely on Desmos for that. Here we're just pulling information out of an equation, right? Radius here would be 25, or square root of 25, which would be 5. My h value is 4. My k value is 7, right? The opposite of these two values here. So I have a center point at 4, 7. Go ahead and try part B on your own, and then after you pause the video, give it a try, and then come back and you can check it out. So I have r squared is 36, so I have a radius of 6. My h value is -4. My k value is -8. So -4, -8. one more graphing that we're going to do. Here we see x squared plus y squared equals 9. So my r squared value is 9. So I take the square root and get a radius of 3. Here, though, nothing is being added to x or y before it is squared. So I have a center point at the origin because my h and k are both 0, which makes them much easier to graph because you can see all the labels right there on the axes. And then we just try our best to make a circle. The last thing then is writing an equation given information. So it's always helpful to be looking at the generic formula. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals radius squared. Right, so here I have an h value of 0, so it would be x minus 0, or just x squared. I have a k value then of 5, so it's going to be y minus 5 squared equals radius squared, and 2 squared is 4. Looking at example 4b, I'm going to have x plus 3 squared. And then for the y part, I'm going to have y minus 2 squared. And then radius squared, be 5 squared is 25. Go ahead and try part C on your own, and then come back to the video to check. So we have an h value of 4, so it will be x minus 4 squared. We have a k value of negative 7, so it'll be y plus 7 squared. And then a radius of 4 squared is 16. So that is our lesson on graphing circles.